Viraj Sheth, I'm going to allow you to start with the story of how Monk Entertainment happened. Because let me just tell you that 2 years back, we didn't have any office. We were working out of my dining room.
Yeah.
So from there, we've kind of moved into an office with like 25 people. And this has happened through like genuine hard work.
Right. So quickly to give you guys a recap of the story, we started off. Ranveer was my senior in college, and he was not the most fun senior to me.
The first time I met Viraj, I actually bullied him. So I was like super buff in college, and he happened to drop a little sambar in the canteen, and a little bit of it fell on my friend's shoe. So I just looked at him all buff, and I was like, "Hey!" Okay, and he goes, "ये कौन है साला हरामी senior?"
So yeah, that's how it started. That was our first interaction. I was just trying to be that guy who, goes to seniors and gets the whole vibe of the college. It was a first freshers, and I participated. He was the host. That's how it started. And then we started working together a lot more. We started doing internships together back then, and then that's how we gelled and we started working a lot.
We also lost touch like after college with YouTube and all that. I kind of just got into my own zone with work.
Chapter 1 The Monkey Story.
Eventually, I went back to DJ Sangvi one day, engineering college, and I met Viraj there. And at that phase of my life, I was really trying to increase the amount of money I was earning through YouTube. So I basically found the first Guju I found and said, "Bro, please help me make some money off this."
So that's how it, again, we rekindled the whole story. How it worked is I was a president in the e-cell of my college, and I basically was doing it to get a certificate at the end of the day, and I didn't want to do it the whole traditional way. So I just called him up and said, "We actually don't have anyone to call for a talk now, but you're doing something cool in your life, and you're the most accessible person I have right now. So can you come down and give a talk to these young kids about what is the whole situation with YouTube? Is it genuine? Does it can you pursue it as a career? Any of that?"
Yeah, so technically back then, going by the amount of money we used to get on YouTube back in the day, it wasn't really a genuine career. I'm gonna put it out there. I had probably like, I think 20,000 rupees or 30,000 rupees in my bank account when I met you back then.
Yeah.
And I think
I remember, I think the first brand deal we did of sorts was with this energy drink company. We did some 2-3 Instagram posts
For
with
7,000
some
rupees a
2-3
post.
stories. Yeah, for barely like 7,000 rupees, which I mean at that point felt like a fairly decent amount to me because we were just starting out. We just started thinking, oh, you get paid to take a picture and post it on social media. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's when I had my meeting with Ranveer, and he had super hyped it up and oversold it to me that, bro, this is the next big thing in the 5 years. You will make a lot of money, just jump into it. This is right when I already had one job offer in hand and I'd applied to insane universities in the US. That's when this guy enters my life and says that, totally switch everything that you were going to do and jump into this, unknown territory of media.
So I remember initially there were a few meetings where I'd send Viraj and he really didn't know what to talk about, what to pitch, how to say that, listen, we have a YouTube channel, you can actually put your brand on YouTube channel. And he made a fool of himself many times. But both of us actually learned through that difficult phase.
So to give you context, how it worked again then is, I didn't know that there was a way to reach to the brands, right? I used to directly reach out to the CEOs of each company.
हेलो देवी मैं चमन जिंगा बोल रहा हूँ रख तेरी माँ की रख
And say that, boss, we run a YouTube channel. This is the coolest form of marketing now. We have XYZ number of followers. We will get XYZ number of views. So why don't you come to our channel and it'll be a great fit. So I had written thousands of cold emails, and this is 2 years back when the whole situation of YouTube marketing was not very new, organized in India. So no one knew how do you work with YouTubers, how do you integrate your content pieces, all of that. Yeah. So I've been in so many meetings where, first of all, I'm clueless how to start off with, how to take things forward, what would be the right dressing to go with. All of that I've learned over a span of time.
Yeah. Also, when they say that if you really want to make a big business, you try understanding the waves that are going around in the market, the kind of waves of money that are rising. So that's pretty much what we did. There was a wave of money that was falling into this YouTubing game, and we just caught our surfboards and started surfing. So we kind of were in the right place at the right time.
I think just success in general has a lot to do with being not just courageous enough to take the right step, but also luck plays in a factor where it gets you to the right place at the right time, and you need to grab that opportunity to make sure that you're riding that wave. That's really what we did in general.
Yeah.
We just took a gut call and said that let's go ahead, let's go full-fledged into this. I was actually doing a job back then when Ranveer said that, I think we can take this full time, and I quit in 3 months. That's how we started the whole situation and started working full time on this.
Yeah, so I mean, that's called the power of focus. He put all his focus into bringing more money into Beer Biceps. Eventually, it happened. Like from that 7,000 rupees per post, I think the next deal we went up to was like 25,000 rupees. And gradually, we kept going up. Eventually, all our friends on YouTube, like Bionic, Niharika NM, Gaurav Bhai from Flying Beast, they all noticed and they were like, listen, let's work together. So we started managing even more people in an informal way. And once there were enough people, we figured, okay, wait, now we need to make this some kind of a company.
Yeah, that we need to formalize it, or else it wouldn't make sense. When I was in my last job, I used to make calls just doing in my day job. Like I used to go to the washroom and make some calls and all of that. And we realized this stuff isn't going to be long lasting, right? You can't be doing 2 jobs at once. So we discussed that, let's quit this, let's start a company. And let's formalize things. Let's get legal papers done and all of that. That's how we started.
Yeah, also, I remember I had a lakh of rupees in my bank account at this stage, and I invested all of it in redoing my own garage. Like, we painted our garage like very cheaply with like the cheapest paint and the cheapest painters we could find, put in the cheapest possible furniture,